Hello everyone, welcome to the session 1 of my series Fun with Coding in Python using PyCharm. So I posted a video 1 week ago about what is PyCharm, how can I download it, and what we are going to learn in this series. So still if you have any queries you can please post it in the comment section. I will surely reply to it and I will help you. Okay, so our main topics for today is learning what is tkinter and some basic codes and programs using tkinter. So let's start. So here I am opening PyCharm. So in that video, we made a trial project to show you how can you create a project in PyCharm and a trial file to show you how can you create a file in the PyCharm. So the one who do not know this skill, you can please go to my channel. The name is Sanyog Arora and you can watch the video that was posted 1 week ago on 5th May. Okay, so now, firstly, I want to tell you that what is tkinter. So tkinter is the GUI toolkit. It is the most commonly used library for creating GUI projects in Python. It is very widely used and it is used for making many presentable apps that we are also going to make in our series. We are going to make 4 apps in the next 4 days of the series. So this is the first day. So here we are going to learn some basic things. So you don't need to import tkinter as it is imported automatically in the program you are using in any IDE. Okay. So you just need to write a statement so that it can come to your existing program. So you need to write import tkinter, then enter from tkinter import a star. Now you would be thinking that what this star refers to. So this star means that we are importing everything from the tkinter library. Star means everything. So from tkinter import everything. Okay. So now these two statements you have written. There is one more thing that I need to tell you that here we are writing small t, but in some version, like in the previous version, it is capital T for the tkinter, and if you will write small t, then it will show you an error. So that you can configure according to your configuration, like which version of Python you are having. Okay, so now we will learn how can we create a window, because for an app for placing all the things like buttons and labels we need a window. So for that, first we create a variable, let's say window, or we can name it screen. Okay, so screen is equals to tk. Okay, so now if I run it, okay, yeah, so you need to place this very important statement, that is the name of a variable and main loop, because this main loop is very important for running a program for the functioning, because it runs everything in a loop, and then only your window is created. So see, here you can see this is your window. You have 3 options for closing, for maximizing it, for minimizing it. See, this is also a window. Here in the PyCharm I have 3 options, and the other windows also have these 3 options. And now here you can see a symbol. Okay, so here the default name of our window is tk, so we can also change it. Now let's learn how can we change it. Again, write the name of a variable, then dot, and then title. This title is the name of the window, then brackets without any equals to. Keep in mind you don't have to place equals to when replacing the title. Okay, so now I want to keep the title as trial screen. You can keep it anything, that doesn't matter. See, here it has come trial screen. I hope you all can see this trial screen. So from TK it has been changed to trial screen. So this was about changing the title of the window. Now you would be thinking that this is a GUI, that is graphical user interface, and our window is blank, it's white. How can we configure it? So we can again write the name of a variable, then dot, and then configure. Now here, if I need to change the background color, then I will write background, then equals to, and let's say we want it red. Now we'll run it and see our screen has become red. Okay. So now the geometry of the screen means the size of the screen. So again you have to do this window dot geometry. Then in brackets, first come the width, then come the height, and then two parameters for the placing. So I wanted a square window, so 500 by 500 plus 100 plus 100. So this 100 plus 100 make it to the center of your default screen, like your system. So if I run it, see. Okay, so it's at this corner and see it has become a square. You can still maximize it, but the default size, when you will run it, then the default size is 500 by 500. And you can change the placing as well, this as well. So let's change it. Let's make it 700 by 700, and the placing, let's make it 200 plus 100. So see, the place and the size has been changed. Now our window is really very bright. Okay, so these four basic things that we have to use while making a window or a screen in the TK, in the tkinter is mentioned. So you can please note down it, or if you are having a system, then you can please try it running so that it would be easy and understandable. Okay, so now comes what are the objects, like how can we place them. So in the language of Python, the objects are referred to as widgets. We say them widgets in tkinter. Okay, so widgets are just object and nothing else. Okay, so don't get confused about it. Now coming starting from the label. Label is just a simple heading, a text on our window. So first, again you have to make a variable. Like suppose I make L1, then equals to, then capital L and small a b e l. Keep in mind the spellings, because if you will write the wrong spelling, then it will surely show you an error. Okay. So now you have many parameters inside all the widgets. You place a message box, a button, a label, a text box, anything. You have many parameters that you have to keep in mind. So let's start. First, the master. Master means on which window. See, this parameter is because, like, suppose we create multiple windows, then we need to tell the widget that on which window it need to go. For now, we are having one window, but in further projects, we can have more than one. So we need to place it on screen. Okay, don't enter TK, enter screen, the variable name. Now text. So let's say we enter it trial label. Okay. Now FG. FG means foreground color. Foreground means the text color. Okay. So let's keep it as sky blue. Now BG. BG means background. what will be the background of the label. So let's keep it red only. Or if you will not give these two parameters, then also it will work. Okay, these are optional parameters. So I have given the BG red. And now the font. In font, there are two parameters. There are again two parameters, two inputs, and they are first the font style. Let's say Callisto empty. Okay, and second the font size. Let's say 24, and that's done. Now coming back to the placing part. What is placing? Placing is telling the object where it need to come on the screen. Like what will be the position of the object on the screen. So there are two methods for telling it. Number one is pack. Okay, so now let's understand what is pack. So if you place your dot pack and you run it, it's not coming. So if you enter dot pack and then run it, then see here is a trial label. Okay, now it is coming on the top of the screen, because if you do pack and then you place the objects, then one by one the pack function accordingly, like the order in your code, like it is first label. Now I'll copy it, I'll again paste it, and the variable name I'll change. Now see what happens. See trial label, and let's change the text of the second label, trial label 2. Now see trial label 2. Now if I change the order, see now I cut the trial label 2 from here and I place it first. Then see first trial label 2 is coming. So according to the order of the widgets in a code, this pack function places them on the screen, and the position is at the center. Means not exactly at the center of the screen. The text will be at the center, and the Y position, that is, let me run it, then I'll tell you. So we have two things. This is X and this is Y. Okay, so let me here write X and here Y. So Y will be increasing according to the number of widgets and the placing of them in our code. Like we have two widgets here. So see, first it was here and then Y increased, then it came down. Okay. And now X. X is always at the center according to the Y. Now exact center of the screen will be somehow here, but according to the Y, it's here. So the X is decided at the center according to the Y. Okay, so I hope it's clear. And if you have any queries, then you can please post it in the comment section. I'll surely respond it. So this was pack. Now another function. Now the another function is dot place. Place. So what is place? Place is when we can decide a custom position for our object or a widget. So like if I enter place, now place takes two input. X, let's say our X is 100, and Y, let's say Y is 0. And for the second one, we place it X is equals to, let's say 150, and Y is now 50. Now when I run it, see, now they have been changed. Okay, so why they have been changed? Because now I can create a custom position according to my choice for my widgets. Now if I increase this, let's say my X will be 500 and I run it. See, it's at the bottom of the screen. Why? Because my length is 700 and I entered 500. So it nearly to the bottom. It's nearly to the bottom. And the question now arises that how we know that where is if we want to place the like specifically if I want to place my object at this position, how do I know that what is the x and y for this position? So that is just a trial and error method. You have to try by entering the parameters according to your wish, according to what you find suitable, and then only you will find. Otherwise, you can just try and you can keep saving the positions and then you can enter it later. So this was about placing. Now let's come to the next topic. So now our next topic is a button. What is a button? You know a button is simply like you can see on my screen. See, this is a button. Okay. Here are so many buttons. So these all are buttons. A button is a thing that performs a specific function when clicked or when we hit it. So now creating button in Python. Again, let's say I name a variable btn. Now capital B and utton in small. Now again the master. Oh, sorry, it's screen. Then the text. Let's say trial button. Okay. Now FG sky blue and BG. I will not enter red so that you can come to know that it is a button when I'll click it. So let's keep it as gray. Now the font type and size, let's say Callisto MT and size will be 24. And for now we will be using .pack, but when we will make projects from tomorrow, then we will use .place only everywhere. Now let's run it. See, trial button is here. Okay, but I haven't defined any specific function for it, so it will not perform. Now I will make you learn how can I perform a function. So there is no predefined function for any button in tkinter in Python itself. So for creating a function, we need a def. Now naming a def, let's say btn c. C stands for command and btn is our button. Now this colon we will place. Now enter. Okay. So now when button will be clicked, I want a label to appear, let's say. So what I'll do, I'll name a variable inside the def. Okay, inside the def. Now I'll enter the parameters and here I'm skipping the bg because it doesn't matter so much and I'm typing the program fast so that time is also saved. Let's say it is Arial for the label and now 24 is the size and dot back. Now we have defined it, but our button does not know that what it needs to perform still. Because we haven't told our button that we have defined a program and you need to perform it when we click you. So for that, what you need to do after font, place a statement command equals to btn c is the name of the command and then brackets. Okay. So now we'll run it. Okay, it's small c. Small c. We need to take care of all the spellings and other things. Okay, so okay, it's not coming. So for that, I'll surely check it because my code is perfectly fine. Okay, I'll check it, and in the next session, I will make it clear. For now, let's come to the next topic. Now, placing multiple widgets on a screen. So now I have a button. Let's move its command for now. Now I will place a label on a screen and text uh, trial label. FG will be sky blue. VG will be red, and my font is Arial, and let's say size is 20. Now dot tag. Okay, so here are multiple objects on my screen. See, a button is here, a label is here. So now, last topic for today, that what is a text box? A text box is anything in which we can enter text. But in Python, in tkinter, we say text box as entry. So let's name a variable e an entry, and here just one parameter, that is screen, and then dot tag. You are done. Okay. So now here at the top you can see a text box in which I can write anything. Okay. I can write my name. I can write 1 2 3 4. I can write special characters. Anything. Okay. So entry doesn't require the FG, BG, etc. The text, and it only requires the master. So this was all for the first session of my series, Fun in Coding with Python. So stay tuned on the channel, and you will find more videos. And if you have any query, you can contact me at kidscare06@gmail.com, or you can place it in the comment section. So my email is over on the screen. You can see it. You can note it in the description. Also, it's given. You can mail me, or you can just post a comment. I'll surely respond to it. I'll help you. And so for tomorrow, you have a task that you need to keep 4 photos: one of Google, one of YouTube, one of Gmail, and one of any another app of Google. Okay, so we are going to make a app that would be very helpful. And this was all for today's session. Now I am going to close this session. And once again, last time I'm saying, in case of any query, contact me at my email or in the comment box of the YouTube. So bye bye for now, and have a nice day.